Welcome to this learning session on dissolved gas analysis, commonly known as DGA. In this session, we will understand how DGA helps in condition monitoring of power transformers and why it is one of the most important diagnostic tools used in substations today. By the end of this session, you will understand why DGA is required, how fault gases are generated, how to interpret DGA results using standard methods, how IEEE and IEC standards differ, and what practical decisions can be taken based on DGA results. A power transformer is a sealed system. Internal faults cannot be visually inspected during normal operation. When oil and paper insulation are subjected to electrical or thermal stress, they decompose and generate gases. These gases dissolve in the transformer oil. DGA allows us to detect and analyze these gases before a major failure occurs. Most transformer failures do not happen suddenly. They develop gradually over time. If DGA monitoring is ignored, minor overheating may turn into winding damage. Insulation degradation may go unnoticed. Internal arcing may escalate into catastrophic failure. DGA provides early warning and prevents costly breakdowns. Most transformer failures do not happen suddenly. The principle is simple. Electrical or thermal stress causes decomposition of oil or paper insulation. This decomposition produces gases. The gases dissolve in transformer oil. All samples are taken and analyzed in the laboratory. The measured gas values are then interpreted to identify fault types. Transformer faults are broadly classified into three categories: thermal faults, caused by overheating or overloading; electrical faults, such as partial discharge or arcing; insulation degradation, mainly involving paper aging. Each type of fault generates specific gases. The key gases monitored in DGA are hydrogen, methane, ethane, ethylene, acetylene, carbon monoxide, and carbon dioxide. Each gas gives valuable information about internal transformer condition. Hydrogen typically indicates partial discharge, methane indicates low temperature overheating, ethane indicates all overheating, ethylene indicates high temperature thermal faults, acetylene strongly indicates arcing and is considered serious. Carbon monoxide indicates paper insulation degradation. Understanding gas behavior is critical for correct interpretation. In practice, oil is sampled carefully from the transformer. The laboratory extracts dissolved gases using gas chromatography. Results are reported in parts per million, or ppm. These values are compared with standard limits. Interpretation methods are applied. Based on results, a decision is made to monitor, inspect, or take the transformer out of service. The key gas method identifies the dominant gas present. The dominant gas is then associated with a specific fault type. This method is simple and useful for initial screening. However, it may not be accurate in complex or mixed fault situations. The IEC ratio method uses ratios between specific gases instead of absolute values. For example, methane to hydrogen ratio, acetylene to ethylene ratio, and ethylene to ethane ratio. This method reduces dependence on total gas quantity and improves diagnostic clarity. However, sometimes it may produce a no-decision result. The Rogers ratio method is similar to the IEC method but uses additional ratio combinations. It provides more detailed fault classification. It is generally preferred by experienced engineers but may be complex for beginners. The Duval triangle is a graphical method. It uses the percentage of methane, ethylene, and acetylene to plot a point inside a triangle. Based on the location inside the triangle, the fault type is identified. This method is very effective for mixed faults and is widely accepted. No single method is perfect. The key gas method is simple but basic. The IEC and Rogers ratio methods are structured but require calculations. The Duval triangle provides better accuracy for mixed faults but requires plotting. Proper engineering judgment is always required. Trend analysis is more important than a single reading. A stable gas value may not indicate danger. However, a rapid increase over a short period indicates an active fault. Monitoring gas generation rate is critical for correct decision making. IEEE 57.104 classifies transformer condition into four levels based on gas concentration. It emphasizes total dissolved combustible gas, known as TDCG. It provides condition-based guidance for maintenance action. Under IEEE standard, condition 1 represents normal operation. For example, hydrogen up to 100 ppm, methane up to 120 ppm, ethane 65 ppm, ethylene 50 ppm, acetylene 35 ppm, and carbon monoxide 350 ppm. TDCG up to 720 ppm is considered normal. Condition 1 means normal. Condition 2 indicates attention required. Condition 3 indicates high gas levels. Condition 4 indicates critical condition requiring urgent action. Actions depend on both level and trend. IEC 60599 focuses more on gas ratios and fault identification coding. It provides attention limits and structured interpretation tables. It is widely used internationally and considered strict in some parameters. Under IEC guidelines, hydrogen 100 ppm, methane 120 ppm, ethane 65 ppm, ethylene 50 ppm, carbon monoxide 350 ppm. However, acetylene attention level is only 3 ppm. This makes IEC more sensitive to early arcing detection compared to IEEE. IEEE allows higher acetylene levels before classifying severe condition. IEC treats acetylene more strictly. IEEE emphasizes total gas condition levels. IEC emphasizes ratio-based interpretation. Consistency in applying one standard is important for reliable trending. Immediate investigation is required when there is a sudden spike in total gas, detection of acetylene, rapid increase of carbon monoxide, or continuous upward trend over multiple tests. Such cases require engineering evaluation and possible outage planning. DJ provides early fault detection. It is non-intrusive and does not require transformer shutdown. It reduces risk of catastrophic failure. It supports condition-based maintenance strategy. It is cost-effective compared to transformer replacement. DJ cannot directly detect mechanical looseness or external component failures. Incorrect all sampling can affect results. Interpretation requires technical knowledge and experience. DGA should always be used along with other diagnostic tests. Dissolved gas analysis is a powerful and essential tool for transformer condition monitoring. It helps detect thermal faults, electrical discharges, and insulation degradation at an early stage. Trend analysis and correct interpretation are critical. When used properly, DGA significantly improves transformer reliability and operational safety.